Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here, and today's video is going to be another video on how to increase your DPS, whether it's for low level bossing or super high level bossing. This video is going to give you some tips on how to make your DPS go up dramatically and help you avoid common mistakes. Now I have two other videos like this and they are extremely popular. I'll link them below in the description, but this is why I always love making these videos, is because it really seems to help everyone out and is just a super popular request I get all the time. So if you notice, this video is titled Why Your DPS Sucks and How to Fix It. So basically there's all these common things and misconceptions I see people do or don't do that are really decreasing their DPS or not letting their DPS get improved to the level they need it to be. And in this video I'm going to showcase these. The first thing, and one of the most important things that I noticed, is people not using or even having unlocked the Death Swiftness or Sunshine ultimate abilities. Now let me be honest, these abilities are king. They are the meta in bossing. Sunshine and Death Swiftness are ultimate abilities for ranged and magic, and they're unlocked by completing the World Wakes quest. What these abilities do is they increase the user's ranged or mage damage by 50% while active. Yes, you heard me, 50%. Now these abilities last for 30 seconds, but they can be further increased to 38 seconds with the Planted Feet perk. Putting it simply, Death Swiftness and Sunshine are must-have for anyone using ranged or melee. It should be the core of your DPS rotation that you use every time you're basically, killing a boss or dealing out DPS multiple times a boss. And you'd be surprised how many people do high level or medium level bosses and don't even have these abilities unlocked. My friend didn't have this ability at all and was doing a Raxor for the first time without it, and he noticed a huge difference in kill speeds after he unlocked the Death Swiftness ability and started using it at a Raxor. Guys, if you don't have these abilities and you range your mage, stop what you're doing right now and go complete the World Wakes quest. I promise you these abilities are well worth it, and they're honestly the meta. They're the core to your rotations if you're either ranging or maging, and they will honestly change your life if you don't have them. Alright, so the next reason that your DPS sucks is because you aren't using the Berserker auras. This includes Maniacal, Reckless, and the Berserker aura. These auras are tier 3 auras that will boost the player's magic, ranged, or strength level by 10%, but they will reduce your defense by 15%. Now, a lot of people do not use these auras because you take a bit more damage by using them, but this is a huge misconception and a mistake. Although you will take a bit more damage using these auras, they are almost always the best DPS in every single scenario. You will hit far less zeros, you will deal way higher damage basically anywhere that you use these. These auras can be unlocked for 25,000 Marks of War at War Shop in the PVM hub, and I highly recommend that these be the first thing you buy with your Marks of War. These auras are absolutely must-have, and they might be the most important upgrade on this list, or the most important upgrade for increasing your DPS in general. To put it into perspective, I have done 1,000 Raksha kills, 1,200 Telos kills, and basically 1,000 of all God Wars 2 bosses, and I've probably done the Elite Dungeons 50 plus times, and I've killed every boss in the game. While doing all that and all that bossing, I have used Berserker auras probably 95% of the time. Yes, I've used them 95% of the time. They are by far the best auras, and please go get or save up for these if you don't already have them, and don't be scared to use them. The benefit far outweighs the downside. Alright, so now we're going to look at a different way to increase your DPS. Now this method goes for fighting bosses that are susceptible to poison damage. Now not all bosses can take poison damage, but you can look on the Runescape wiki and see if a boss is immune or susceptible to poison damage. If a boss or monster can take poison damage, there's a few things that you can do to massively increase your DPS on that boss. Now, the first and most important thing is drinking weapon poison. The strongest being the Weapon Poison +++. Now, applying this potion will give you a 12.5% chance per hit to poison your opponent in combat. Now, this will appear as a buff on your buff bar and will last 12 minutes. It will deal 13 to 42% ability damage per poison hit. This is an absolutely massive DPS increase for pretty much free. You don't need to input anything at all. It's super passive. All you have to do is drink this potion, and if the boss you're fighting is able to be poisoned, it will deal massive passive DPS. Now, another thing you can do is you can couple this with the Cinderbane gloves, and this makes the base poison damage increase go from 200 to 250 damage, and the poison will process and poison more often than usual. Cinderbane gloves are insanely OP, and they are by far the best slot gloves you can use at any boss that is able to be poisoned. Finally, you can couple your weapon poison and your Cinderbane gloves with the Kwuarm incense sticks. Now, the Kwuarm incense sticks make it so each potency level of the incense will provide a 2.5% weapon poison damage increase. The potency will have a maximum of 4 for a 10% poison damage increase. Now, this effect does stack with the base poison damage from weapon poison and Cinderbane gloves. So using these 3 poison boosting buffs and gear will drastically increase your DPS at any boss that is poisonable, and even if you don't have the money for Cinderbane gloves because they're fairly expensive at about 100 mil, using weapon poison is pretty cheap per hour, and all you have to do is drink it and you'll get passive DPS. Now, the final way to increase your DPS is by using the correct pocket slot item. There's so many times I'll examine someone in game and see they're PVMing without a pocket slot item, or they're using a bad pocket slot item. Items like the Illuminated Book of Law, Superior Scrimshaws, and a Rethor's Grimoire are insanely good to dramatically increase your DPS output at almost any boss in the game. I actually have a video where I talk about the top 5 pocket slot items in RuneScape 3 to increase your DPS. I will link it below and at the end of the video for you. But in short, you should not overlook the pocket slot. These are super powerful items that can increase your DPS massively and passively. Don't be afraid about the cost, as there are budget options that I go over in my video, anywhere from 200 to 500k an hour, which is a huge DPS increase for a very little cost. You can also go for higher tier options like the Illuminated Book of Law that costs around 2 mil per hour, or even go for the Rethor's Grimoire. But these will leave you dealing tons of passive damage. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and if you did, hit the like button below and subscribe for more. I just wanted to show some small ways that you can passively increase your DPS without too much work. These are all things that people don't have unlocked, and I see it again and again. And these are some of the most important buffs that you can get in game that can make your DPS go up dramatically. If you don't believe me and you don't have one of these auras, one of these items, or one of these buffs, go and get one of them and then compare your boss time with and without them and comment it below. I promise you there will be a noticeable difference that is well worth the cost that you pay. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.